everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Mitchell Trubisky's Bears going up against Stafford's Lions. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions got a tick above 500 last week with a win over Tampa Bay, and Matthew Stafford led them to that victory. Despite an injured hand during the week, he was limited in practice. Still threw for 381 and a touchdown.
Yeah, they stopped a two-game losing streak, kept their playoff hopes alive. How about late in the fourth quarter? Led the 49-yard drive for the big-time points to get it done for the Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford's career symbolized by that drive. 30-second game-winning drive. Fourth time he's done it this season. Injured hand. He's tough mentally and physically.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's Golden Tate doing exactly what he does well. Extra yards after the catch.
Exactly. To your point, among wide receivers, no one had more yards after the catch than Tate last year at 635. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the 1st down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jonathan Bullard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. And now the offense for Detroit.
One way I really judge a player's value is when opponents know what your strengths are, yet they still can't take that away. That tells me you're a heck of a player. For Theo Riddick, everyone knows about his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, yet he's still the primary target for Matthew Stafford on just about any passing situation.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
In his fifth year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. So we get ready to see the Chicago Bears on offense. They'll be led by that man, Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears near the bottom of the league in passing. But this last week, Trubisky threw for 271, 25 of 32.
Training wheels were off. They were actually having plays designed for him that normal NFL quarterbacks run. I think in the beginning of Mitchell Trubisky's run here as a starting quarterback, they were very conscious of taking care of him, making sure he didn't put him in rough situations, trying to run the ball more. In this one, they said, let's go ahead and throw this thing downfield, go ahead and have a good time, do what you can, and he did it really, really well.
In a 33-7 whooping of the Bengals. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down, and incomplete to open things up. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. First carry now for Jordan Howard. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Speaking of the NFL sophomore, Jordan Howard went over 1,000 yards last week, Charles, against the Bengals, something he also did last year as a rookie.
So no sophomore slump, no second-year jinx.
Nope.
None of that has occurred with Jordan Howard, and let's face it, he's the focal point of that offense. Everybody loads up to try and stop him. But coupled with a pretty decent offensive line, he had 147 yards on 23 carries. As you mentioned, over 1,000 yards, back-to-back seasons, his first 2 in the NFL.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They begin the drive with Abdullah. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Stafford on first down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On first down, Abdullah. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Prince Amukamara was signed as a free agent from Jacksonville because of what Chicago has to deal with in their own division. When you think of the NFC North, you think of Green Bay and Detroit and their ability to throw the ball all over the field with big, fast, shifty receivers, and you can never have enough guys to try and cover them.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are. And that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
It's hard to believe that a guy can get double-digit sacks in the NFL, and we can still describe him as raw, but that's the case for Ziggy Ansah, who went to BYU, mainly as a track and field guy, gravitated towards football, became a starter for 1 season, and then moved into the NFL. A lot of potential left to scratch for him. A lot more pass rush moves left to be added. But he is a scary, scary prospect.
2nd down following the incompletion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 2nd down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go. Landed.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That one goes for 24 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield, and if they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Ebron's got it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. It's a three-point game here early. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Third down and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's able to find Emden. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Complete to right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, partner, unfortunate news from the league this last week with that injury to Carson Wentz and how the Eagles were rolling. And you know, there just seems to be a rash of injuries to high-profile players this year, doesn't it?
It certainly is. And the tough part is, obviously, we don't get to see them play. You know, for fans, you don't get to see the best ones out there. If you're a fantasy player, it's been like that all season long.
Yeah.
David Johnson from the Cardinals, who hadn't been one of the top picks in every fantasy draft, he went down early, missed the entire season. Odell Beckham Jr., he goes down somewhere around week 5. And then Aaron Rodgers, we all saw the injury against the Minnesota Vikings. All of these guys are people that they, clamoring to have on their fantasy teams. They didn't have them, and now Carson Wentz gets hurt during fantasy football playoff time.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's discuss Amir Abdullah. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. That's where those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Stafford on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
The second down run for Abdullah. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the 50, it's Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now Riddick. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Off the bootleg. Stafford. It's complete. Abdullah. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
On first down, Stafford here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Riddick, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing, and it's actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the bootleg. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is taken at his 4. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Finds his target. It's Bellamy. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 41 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. That's to the rookie tight end, Adam Shaheen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here's Trubisky. And under the pressure. He's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So 4th down, John Fox will turn it over to his field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Amir Abdullah gearing up now to lead this offense. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. On 1st down at Stafford. Ebron caught left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. But no touchdown. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Stafford on 1st down. Ebron with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marvin Jones from 6 yards away. And the Lions add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he's got it to make it now 13-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Kendall right now gearing up to help lead this offense again. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
first down. Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Bellamy, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is brought in at the 21. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, it stays up. He can't get him down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Lions are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Bears just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Bears now late in the second. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 10. Still late stages of the second. Stafford's going to complete the pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 37-yard line. Staying late in the half. It's Matthew Stafford getting it into the hands of Marvin Jones. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Lead now goes to 13. 1st and 10. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This will go as a loss of 10. going to do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Paul Warlow coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Trubisky throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's caught left side by Bellamy. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down following the run. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Ebron's got it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Trubisky now down around his goal line. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like that about Trubisky. Has him calm in the pocket, some good presence despite the fact only 13 starts in his college career, an entirely different style of offense. Remember, he played that spread stuff while at North Carolina.
A give to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go with Howard again. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They go play action with Trubisky. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go now. Ooh,
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Bears on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And Nugent puts it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. So here come the Lions now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On first down, Stafford here. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And some space here. He's to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. On 1st and goal, Howard trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Nugent puts it through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. From the goal line all the way to the other goal line on that one. A full 100-yard return on the kickoff. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He's going to air one out. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing here, Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Five yards to gain here on third down.
Let's go. 3-19.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, Stafford, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, that wasn't a real confident throw, but I think we can understand why with the way this game has gone. He's been harassed, moved out of the pocket, sacked a bunch of times. Makes it tough to get set and throw.
Yeah, pressure's been relentless. It was relentless there. A dangerous throw downfield. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They run. This is Cohen. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Take it at the 37. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
From the 50, Stafford. It's complete. Abdullah. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run here. Abdullah. Oh, a nice spin. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On the ground, it's Riddick. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw on second down is Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finds his target. It's Bellamy. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Chicago 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Throw left side complete. It's right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So 4th down, John Fox will turn it over to his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Nugent puts it through,
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. All right, let's discuss Amir Abdullah. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. They go back to Abdullah on first. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Fresh set of downs here. A handoff to Abdullah. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Lions to the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
with a carry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. 5 yards there, and remember Howard last year, 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
And if Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Trubisky. Complete to right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Gun, Trubisky. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.